Welcome back to Meg's Mysteries. This story is called The Case of the Secret Book of Life and Magic. New York City, the busiest time of the day. I stand here waiting at the New York Museum of Natural History steps, waiting for my friends. We hang out here most of the time. Kitty Cat, JB, and I. I am Jeannie, spelled with Gene. We are waiting for Paulie, our other friend, to join us. He called us and said he had a mystery to solve and knows that we can help. We all have a little specialty of our own, in our own way. Let me tell you how we met. An ancient bottle was stolen from the New York Museum of Natural History, along with other priceless articles. As the thieves were making their getaway, they dropped the bottle, and it rolled by the bus stop near the museum. Paulie was waiting for the bus, and it hit him in the leg. He looked down and saw that it was very old and looked very expensive. A strange shape and colors. It reminded him of the show I Dream of Jeannie. But how and where did it come from? No one was around, so he picked it up and wiped the dirt off of it. Poof! You guessed it. A smoky figure appeared, and I popped out of my prison. "Hello, and thank you, master. I am Jeannie of the bottle." He stared at me and said, "I thought you all came from a lamp, not a bottle." I laughed and said, "I'm a more modern than the old stories. I was put in a bottle by an evil Jen. He didn't like my modern ways. I also don't dress like the normal genies. I wore more modern clothes and acted like a regular teenager. But you have 3 wishes I will grant you." He smiled and told me, "I'll take you up on that offer later." "But where'd you come from?" I told him I was here all along in the museum. The robbers took me and a lot of artifacts. They must have dropped me when they fled, and I rolled here. I told him, "I'm your servant now." He said, "No, you're free to go." "But your wishes, master, don't you want them first?" He said, "No, call me Paulie, and I just want us to be friends. I never knew a genie before." I told him I would like to be friends, but I had a favor to ask. "Can we go and free 2 of my friends that are still stuck in the museum? I think you would like them, too." He smiled and asked me, "Tell me about them." I said one is a cat figure in the Egyptian section, and the other is a stuffed bird in the nature section. We all come to life at night and become friends. We all had a little magic in us and can come alive only at night, then in the day back to our prisons, so to speak. So we did. Cat, who is now called Kitty Cat, and Jaybird came to life with some help from me and Paulie. He used 2 of his wishes to make that come true, and then they became alive again. They are both shapeshifters, and they shift into human forms. Cat was dressed in all black. Jay, with his blue hair and skateboard attire, we can blend in like real teenagers. And that's how we became friends, and also the best crime fighters in New York City. Here's our newest case, the case of the secret book of life and magic. When Paulie showed up, we all went to our favorite meeting place in the park. He told us the wealthiest family in the city, the Morningstars, had a family relic stolen from them, the secret book of life and magic. It held many secrets and spells, and it was their only family history. It was priceless, and in the wrong hands could be disastrous. Paulie heard his parents talking about it. His father was a New York police officer and was on the case, but the case was going nowhere. Kat said, "That sounds right up our alley. With our special skills, we can solve it, right, guys?" Jay said, "Nothing gets past us in the city when we work together." And I added, "It'll take all our powers, Paulie, but we can do our best." Kitty Cat can get in and out of any place. Jay had a bird's eye view and knows the city like the back of his hand. And I can see the past, present, and future. Who took it and where it is now. Paulie, you'll be the leg man, and you can tell your dad and the police if we find anything. Or maybe we might just give it back ourselves and return it to the family. I told him I knew the Morningstar family, and they are a magical family. I wonder why they couldn't find it themselves with their magic. Kitty said maybe someone put a cloaking spell on it to hide it and themselves. Jay added, possible. So how are we going to find it if it's cloaked? I told him all a genie's magic overrides any spells, so that's what we did. Paulie got the last wish, and I could see it all. It was none other than our own family members. Now we can use other magic, and Paulie could either alert the police or we can grab the book ourselves and return it. I got us into the building. I saw it all, where and who was there. Only 2 people were guarding it. The brother, the head of the family, and his son. I put a sleeping spell on them. Kitty got in and let Jay and Paulie in the room. They grabbed the book. So we dropped it off at the Morningstar's home with a note on it, who took it. I guess they can figure it out and take care of themselves. Their own family took it, in their own way. The brother wanted the book and the spells for himself, for reasons unknown, but I bet it was not in good intentions. That is how we solved the case, by a cat, a bird, a genie, and a human friend. The new crime fighters of the city. What a team we make. We are now the new modern crime fighters. What do you think we should call ourselves? Can you help us find a name and put it in the comments? Batman and Robin, Green Arrow and Arsenal, Green Hornet and Kato, Long Ranger and Tonto, and Scooby-Doo and the gang. They're all taken, so let me know what you come up with. Until next time on Meg's Mysteries, enjoy your evening.